So now you've got your swipe folder all set up. The next thing I want to talk to you about is about how to stand out from every other person out there that's doing an online business. So a few points to help you kind of step out from the crowd, to make people relate more to you. Now, when I first started, one thing that I did was I presented myself as someone that is accessible. So I'm there to help people one-on-one. I'm able to answer questions personally. I want you to think about, I just want you to write down on a piece of paper, what are some things that you could say that you can do to make you more accessible? So when someone's first starting out, what is it that they want? What is it that you could offer them to make you stand out from all those other people? Because there's a lot of people these days that are relying heavily on contact with people whatsoever. There's like these automatic email funnels where it's just through emails and it's all online, where they're missing out on that personal contact, that personal coaching and hand-holding, and just like having a conversation with someone on the phone or through Skype. There are a lot of business opportunities, they're missing out on that. So one way that you can make yourself stand out is by making yourself accessible. So you might just shoot people an email and say, hey, I've got an hour up my sleeve. Got any questions? Then give me a call and I can offer some assistance or something like that, or reach out to people. Now you may be thinking, well, what about if they ask me a question that I don't know? Well, what's important is that you're reaching out to them, and then you just leave it and say, okay, what I've done is I've taken a list of all your questions. What I'm going to do is I'll send you an email back with an in-depth response to all the questions that you have. And then what you do is you come and contact someone like me and ask me the questions, and then I'll tell you what the answers. Then you can go back and pass those answers on to whoever you're dealing with. So accessibility and that little extra support, or of where you can go and find the answers for someone, offering that service, that can make a huge difference. Now, another way to help you stand out is, I don't know if you've noticed, but I use video a lot. And the reason I use video is it allows people to connect with me more personally. It makes me more approachable. It makes the people that I'm working with feel like they can relate to me, they can trust me, they can see that I'm a real person and I really want to help them get their results thereafter. So video is so powerful about building that relationship and helping you stand out. So there's 3 different types of video. Now, before you start falling off your seat because you're saying, what, Christy, you want me to do video? There's 3 different types of video, and I do want you to commit to one of these types, because it is so powerful when people can hear your voice and they can put that connection to what's being written on paper. So the 3 types is what I'm doing right now. This is me standing in front of a video camera and I'm just recording. So it's in front of a video recorder recording the screen just like this. Now, what I suggest is, if you're first starting out and you don't feel very comfortable with your topics, then you might not do this strategy. But what I would suggest for these ones is, later on down the track, I'm going to suggest to you to share with people why you wanted to start a home business. Now, one of the most easiest things to talk about is things that relate to you and that you've gone through. So you should be able to stand up in front of the camera and share the reason why you wanted to start a home business. What was it that you wanted to change? How did you reach that snap point? What happened once you reached that snap point? What direction did you decide to go? Just share your experiences. Share what struggles you've had, how you've solved those struggles. And we can share all of that, and if you can do that in front of the camera where you're talking about things that have happened to you, that's really, really powerful. So that's one thing that I would suggest. The second type of video that's available is where it's just like a PowerPoint presentation on the computer screen and you're just using your voice. So you've got your voice that's behind it and you're kind of reading what's on the screen. So this works really well too if you're not quite up to being in front of the camera. But if you're up to being in front of the camera, I want you to go there. The third type of video is a combination of these two. It's where you can see a computer screen and I might be showing you how to log in or do something online, but then there's also that little picture of me on the side. So you can see me talking and that, but I'm only little when you can see the computer screen. So those are the 3 types of videos, and I just want you to think about how later down on the track, how you can incorporate those 3 types of marketing strategies into your online business. Now, I'm not sure if you know, but I used to be a teacher. One thing that I learned from being a teacher is how to teach new material, the best way to get students to learn what when you've introduced a new concept. And it's something that I actually used to do when I was going through uni, and that's one of the reasons why I always got high distinctions, is because I used to do this. So when you're presented with new information, so when you're going through this 90-day challenge and you learn something new, what I suggest you do is when you've learned it straight away, write it out in your own words what you've been taught. So whatever you've been taught, write out in your own words in handwriting. So you have to physically write it, not a typewriter. Physically write out by hand what you just learned in your own words. Then the second step is then teach it to someone else. So that's when you can use video to teach someone else. You can use any 3 of those types of videos that I just spoke about, the in front, the PowerPoint presentation, or the one with you in the little box and the screen behind. I'm happy for you to use any one of those 3. But whenever you learn something new, I want you to make it a mission to write it out in your own words and then shoot a video to teach it to other people. Right at the moment, I don't even want you to upload the video or anything like that because I haven't even got to that stage yet. But this is just about if you can write it and then say it out loud and be able to teach it to someone else, then it means it's stuck in your brain. It means that you've learned what I've taught you so much better. So anything that you're going through in your internet marketing or your online business, when you learn something new, become into a habit of writing it out and then get in front of the camera or do up a PowerPoint presentation, talk it and say it out loud, and then you'll remember it so much more. And the last thing I want to go through on day 2 of the 90-day challenge is I want to set you a task to actually do now. So I want you to become more aware with your swipe folder. I want you to start to commit to doing video in some form or the other. And the third thing that I want you to do today is for all those that have joined me in my top tier business, then what I want you to do is on day 1, go through day 1's exercises where it talks about top tier businesses and what it all means. And I want you, guess what I want you to do? I want you to write it out in your own words why top tier businesses are so powerful. So your homework is to go through day 1, my top tier business, and write out why top tier businesses are so powerful in your own words, and later down the track we're going to get to putting it into video and that. So right at the moment you're just writing out why top tier business is so powerful. Now if you're not in my top tier business, then what are you waiting for? Come on, I've just offered you 2 more bonuses, even though my top tier business on its own is an absolutely phenomenal thing at $49. I've just thrown in 2 more bonuses for you. But if you're still a little bit unsure and you want to have a chat with me, get on Skype or on the phone and we can have a chat about what business opportunity is going to be best for you. Then down below this video, enter your contact details and I'll set up an appointment call with you where we can have a chat. Now, if you're not in my top tier business and you're in a different business, this is what I want your homework to be. I want you to look at what is one of the benefits of that business, like why are people joining the business opportunity that you're in? What is it about that business opportunity that it makes that business opportunity different than everything else? What is the draw card? So you need to do that research because I don't know what business opportunity you're in. So you need to do that research and find out what that is, and then do the same thing. I want you to write it out Put it in a safe place because we're going to be using this later down the track. Now, tomorrow I'm going to go into more detail about how to do these videos and show you step by step exactly what to do and getting all that set up. So once again, guys, it's Christy Snape, and I'm looking forward to helping you achieve your goals in this 90-day challenge. We're up to day 2, and I can't wait to hear where you're going to be at the end of this 90-day challenge. So have a fabulous day, get your homework done, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!